So the deceived lost kings of the earth and their subjects, the nations, have been deceived by the devil about the name of God, which is the basis and foundation of his rule. The devil wanted to take the throne, so he tried sullying the name of God, the character of God. Character assassination, because he can't do a show of force against God. But he does do a show of force against human beings. And then human beings think it's God doing it. And that's his plan. So then, kings of the earth and the nations are in the lake of fire because they were deceived about the name of God. They're soaking in the sulfur and the fire, which are agents of destruction, which will ultimately result in restoration. So now they can see the light emanating from the open gates of the New Jerusalem. And there's 12 gates and they're all open. And the lake of fire is around the whole thing. God has put them around the circumference of the holy city. They can't escape the light. Where's this light coming from? We couldn't see it before. We were deceived. But now we see it. Now they can make a fully informed decision. They were deceived before and could not. But now they can see the light. 21:27 says you can't come in while you're unclean. Getting the cataracts off your eyes means you can see. But you still need to go to Jesus. And now the pilgrimage of the kings of the earth with their nations begins. And they begin to march out. And they're going to walk through the open gates, onto the road. Look at the story. It's going to tell you. And they're walking towards the light coming from the Lamb that they crucified. The Lamb they wanted to make war with in chapter 19. What a shock. So they enter into the ever open gates of the New Jerusalem. They can see the light coming from the Lamb. They can't go in while they're unclean, so they can go in now. They can see the light. Chapter 22, 1 and 2. There's no chapter and verse here. The story continues on. Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life. John hasn't finished his description of the New Jerusalem. He's now inside. He got as far as the road before, at the gate. Now he's going to go right up to the river of life. Now he's inside. Guess who goes in with him? Then the angel showed me the river of the water of life, bright as crystal, flowing from the throne of God and of the Lamb. Oh my goodness. Through the gates, on the road to the throne, where we've got the river of life flowing from Jesus, the life of the world. The river's flowing from Jesus. Flowing from the throne of God, the river of life, and of the throne of the Lamb. And through the middle of the street of the city, you saw at the gates. Now he's in the middle, right where the throne is, right in the middle. He's gone inside, yeah? He's gone from wide angle to zoom, popped in, saw the light, and then he says, hey, they're seeing the light too. They're coming in one by one, boom, 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 boom. And they walk. They can now see the light they couldn't before. The sulfur and the fire has burned away the deception. The cataracts have been removed. But they've got to go to find the light, and they've got to see the face. Look. Through the middle of the street of the city, also on either side of the river, at the throne, the tree of life. Blessed are those who wash their robes, that they may have a right to enter the gate and go to the tree of life. They've accepted the call. That was 22:14. Through the middle of the street of the city, right in the middle, on either side of the river, the tree of life, with its 12 kinds of fruits, yielding its fruit each month, and the leaves of the tree, which is rooted in the river, which is rooted in the throne of the Lamb, The leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. Folks, Christians have already been there. The followers of Jesus are already in there. They don't need healing. Who needs healing? The others have already been inside with Jesus. Others were in the lake of fire, the nations. They already had the seal of God. They already had the name of God. They were already worshipping Jesus. They don't need the healing. It's the nations who left the lake of fire. They have come in, and here we got one of the last mentions of the nations in the book of Revelation. The leaves of the tree for you can now see the light. They follow the light, and now they receive further healing. Healing in heaven for the nations. Every time the nations are mentioned in the book of Revelation, they're always the deceived, rebellious, lost. They can see the light. They walk through the gate. They walk through the street. They go right up to the river of life, the tree of life. There's the throne. They eat from the fruit. And those guys in the lake of fire who have come in are now healed. And then comes the bottom line of the whole book of Revelation. The nations who had blasphemed the name of God. The nations who made war with the Lamb when he came, when he was bringing the Father's name, made war with him. Those nations. The nations who were deceived and ended up in the lake of fire because of the deception over the name of God. Those nations. They enter through the ever open gates from the lake of fire. Those nations. They see the light. Those nations. They walk through the gate. They walk up the street. They go up to the throne. They eat from the tree of life. And they are healed. And then they look at the face of the Father. Verse 3 and 4, English Standard Version. No longer will there be anything accursed. They've just eaten from the tree of life, yeah? Curse is gone. No longer will there be anything accursed. They were the only ones accursed up to this point in time in the story. The saved are already there. Them, they're not going to be accursed anymore. The nations, they just got healed. But the throne of God and of the Lamb will be in it. And his servants, the cursed ones, will worship him. And they, the once cursed who just got healed, deceived nations, they will see his face. Hide us from the face. They will see his face, the one they blasphemed. They will see his face. And his name will be on their foreheads. This is hard to me. He is a universally restoring Father. The name they blasphemed comes on their forehead. They finally get it. The lake of fire. Burn away the deception in their minds just before their forehead. And now they get the revelation of the book of revelation. And the one they blasphemed, who they should have worshipped, they will now worship him. The lake of fire destroys the deception, and they can see the light. They follow the light. They get healed. When they see his face, and when they see the face of the one they were so scared of, who's come to save them, the name of God is written on their forehead. Because of the deception has been burnt away from their forehead, where the mark of the beast went, where the name of the beast went on their forehead. It's been burnt away. Then the last verse. We're going to finish off the series. 22:5. English Standard Version, and night will be no more. They will need no light of the lamp or the sun, for the Lord their God will be their light, and they, the nations, who are worshipping with the saved, they will reign forever and ever. What? The reign of the God that they cursed, they will now share. That's the name of God, folks. The humble God who shares his reign with his children, with those who blasphemed his name. About his reign on the throne, he was unfit. Join me. 3:21 says, to him who overcomes, as I overcome, he will reign with me on my throne, as I overcame and reigned with my Father on his throne. We join the blasphemers of God's name, join the throne of Jesus, which is the throne of God. Our humble God is non-violent. Over his throne is a rainbow. In chapter 5, his rule on the throne was questioned. There was a crisis, and there was a book in his hand. And John cries, who can open this book? It's got to do with the rule of God. And he cried, don't cry, John. The lion has conquered the devil. God's throne is safe. And they saw a lamb as though it had been slain. I will rule, not by a show of force. That's the devil. I will rule from the premise of a rainbow. I am not the perpetrator of violence. I am the victim of violence. Those who blaspheme my name and call me the devil, who is the violent one, I will heal you. I will burn away your deception. You will come to me. You will see my face. You will be healed. And you will get the revelation of my name on your forehead as the mark of the beast, and all its last remnants are gone. And I will share my throne with you. Let's finish with the most amazing passage for me in the whole Bible. The mark of the beast crisis is over. Those who were sealed before the mark of the beast, got the name of God on their forehead, are now before the throne. The 7 last plagues are over. The lost are in the lake of fire. And the saved, the sealed, those with the name of God, sing a song glorifying God. And they'll sing a song about the nations who are in the lake of fire. I hope I don't break down. Revelation 15, 2-4, English Standard Version. I saw what appeared to be a sea of glass before the throne, mingled with fire, and also those who had conquered the beast and its image and the number of its name, standing beside the sea of glass, with harps of God in their hands. The crisis is over. The 7 last plagues are over. Those who conquered the beast are now before the throne of God. Verse 3, and they sing the song of Moses, the servant of God, and the song of the Lamb, saying, they're worshipping God, folks. Look at the contents, eh? Look at the contents. Great are and amazing are your deeds, O Lord God, the Almighty. God, wow! Just and true are your ways, O King of the nations. Why are they singing songs of praise when the nations are in the lake of fire? Oh, no, that's talking about themselves. Just and true are your ways, O King of the nations. Who will not fear you, O Lord? Who will not glorify your name? There it is again. Who will not glorify your name? All will glorify your name because you are the King of the nations, and we're here and we're worshiping you. Just and true are your ways, O King of the nations. Who will not fear you? All will. Who will not glorify your name? That's been blasphemed. All will glorify your name, for you alone are holy, and all the nations will come and worship you. Huh? They're already there worshiping, and there's another group called the nations. They're not there, but they will come. And they will what? Glorify your name. Those who have the name of God in their foreheads. After the mark of the beast crisis is over, when the nations are in the lake of fire, God, you're amazing. They're going to glorify your name too. And they're going to come and worship you, who sits on the throne under the rainbow with Jesus the Lamb sitting next to you. And the story of the book of Revelation ends that the throne that the devil wanted, and he tried to do this by character assassination of the name of God. And the nations were blaspheming the name of God. Love will win because of the blood of the Lamb that revealed the name and the character of God. And with this series has come to an end. God bless you.